Swedish guitarist. For this video lesson, guitar lesson, I have put together some really nice chord progressions that can be used for blues intros, turnarounds and endings. And such chord progressions can be useful to know, because when you play a number, the way you start the number, the way you start your blues number, the way you play your turnarounds, the way you play your endings, will add to the overall impression of the song that you play. It will add to the overall impression. And it's just the same way as if you are a writer, or you write a novel, or you write an article for the newspaper. You will need to have an intro, and you will need to have an ending. These parts are important parts of playing guitar. It's practicing intros and endings, so you have some nice chord progressions that you can use. And for practicing, just take one by the time, because maybe it will be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but you will just need a little bit of time before you get used to new chord progressions. Okay, let us take a close look at the first example. We are in the key of B flat major, and we start on the 7th fret of the blues, and the chords are the normal chords. In the blues in B flat major would be the B flat 7, E flat 9 and F9. But we start on the 7th bar as said, and we alter the last line of the blues, which is quite common. So instead of playing F9 and E flat 9, we play this ascending chord. Okay, we take I have to explain it quite fast. There's a lot of chords, so that it doesn't take too much space. We start with the 7th chord. I don't know if you take it like this, but you just have to take A7 for 2 bars. Then you have these nice ascending chords. And the way I play these ones are, the first one is a C minor 7. I play it this way, and I have my first finger here on the 5th string, third fret. I have my second finger here on the 4th fret, the 2nd string, third finger here on the 4th string, the 5th fret, the 6th fret, the 1st string, my 4th finger. And the fingering I play is I pick the 5th, the 3rd and the 2nd string with my thumb, my 1st and 2nd finger. And then I move down to the 1st string and I pick that one and the 2nd string. Okay, the next chord is D minor 7 sharp 5, and I make the same fingering. The way I play that one is I have my first finger here on the 5th fret, 5th string, down at the same fret on the 3rd string, the 2nd finger, 3rd finger here on the 2nd string, the 6th fret, same fret down on the 1st string, the 4th finger. And I mute the 4th string by the 1st string here. It's just if you play chords. If I play a finger play, I don't hit that string, so it doesn't matter. Same fingering. We take the next chord, which is a E flat. The root is here, but I like to put my fingers over all 6 strings. But actually the root is here on the E flat here. So we have an E flat major 7, and you have the first finger here over the 5 first strings. That would be the most correct way to play it. Okay, the first finger over the 5 first strings, in the 6th fret, the 7th fret, the 3rd string, your second finger. Up on the 8th fret, the 4th string, you have the 3rd finger. Down on the 2nd string, the same fret, you have your 4th finger. Still the same fingering, but sometimes I make a small hammer-on down. Just after hitting the 3 notes, I make a hammer-on here with my 4th finger. It sounds quite cool. So we have. And now we move to the next chord, which is a E. It's an E diminished chord. This is an E flat major 7 moving to an E diminished. And here I have my first finger over the 3 first strings, and in the 6th fret I have my second finger up here in the 7th fret, the 5th string. I have my 3rd finger here on the 8th fret, the 4th string. And same fret down on the 2nd string, I have my 4th finger. Sometimes I just keep my first finger over all strings, but it's just so you can see the root that I play this way. And now we move up to a F7, an F7. And there's a break there. So on the way I take the F7, I have my first finger down here on the 2nd string, the 6th fret. Up in the 8th fret, the 5th string, I have my second finger. And I have my 3rd finger down on the 3rd string, the same fret. And I mute the 4th string. So if I play chords, it will not sound odd. And then we have a break there, so we have. I don't care what you play there, you just have to keep this pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. But I play it like this. And this is a 1 beat, so you have 3, 2, 3, 1. And these ascending chords start then on the 2nd beat. The 1 beat, remember, is down here, so you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we move up to the last ascending chords, starting on an B flat 7. And the way I take that is I have my first finger here on the 8th fret, the 4th string, my second finger on the 9th fret, the 2nd string, my 3rd finger on the 10th fret, the 3rd string, and my 4th finger down here in the same fret, the first string. And I alter the fingering. I hit the 4th string with my thumb, and I hit the 1st with my 3rd finger, and and then I play finger play like that. Second finger on the second string, first finger on the third string, third finger, the second, the first. And we have the next nice sounding chord here is it's an E flat 7 with an added 11 here inside. So the way I take that is I have my first finger here on the second string, the 8th fret. Up on the 10th fret, the 3rd string, I have my second finger. Up on the 11th fret, the 4th string, I have my 3rd finger. And down on the 1st string, same fret, I have my 4th finger. Still the same fingering. And the next chord is a E diminished chord. Same fingering again. I have my first finger here on the 11th fret, the 4th string. Down on the 2nd string, I have my second finger. On the 12th fret, the 3rd string, I have my 3rd finger. Down the same fret, the 1st string, I have my 4th finger. Still the same fingering. And up here we have a break on it's another way to play an A7, so now we have A7 here, A7 here, A7 here. Nice sounding chords, all of them. And here I take I have my first finger here on the 2nd string, on the 11th fret, on the 12th fret, the 4th string, I have my second finger. I have my 3rd finger here on the 13th fret, the 3rd string, and down on the 1st string, same fret, I have my 4th finger. And I have a break there. And then I play, okay, we have the last ones are 13th, starting with a B flat 13th. The way I play that is I have my first finger here on the 4th string, the 6th fret. Up on the 7th fret, the 3rd string, I have my second finger, and I have my 4th finger here on the 2nd string, the 8th fret. And actually, I pick the 3 notes here, and I move it up half a step, up to the B13. And then I move back to the B flat 13th and end. Okay, let me try to play all the things really slow. So I start from the 7th fret of a blues. Okay, let's take a close look at the second example, and we are still in a key of B flat major, and we still start from the 7th fret, and this can be used both as an ending or as a turnaround. You have to advise, or you have to talk to your co-musicians so they know that these chords are coming, because you alter the normal progression of a 3-chord blues. Okay. But we start on the 7th fret you can play a B flat 7. Probably you know this chord. First finger over the 4 first strings here in the 6th fret. Second finger up here, and I make this hammer-on pull-off. chords come. And it's actually the same chords as before, as we had in the first example, but I play it at different place on the fretboard, so the fingering will be totally different. The first one is just another way to play C minor 7. I have my first finger over all 6 strings in the 8th fret. I have my third finger up here in the 10th fret, the 5th string, and I have my fourth finger down on the 2nd string, the 11th fret. And the fingering I play is a little different. This way I play the 6th string with my thumb, and I pick the 4th string with my first finger, and then I go down and I pick the 2nd and the 3rd string with my 2nd and 1st finger. This is the way I play it. Maybe you can find another way, like if you play with a pick, for instance. And the second one is this D major 7 sharp 5, really nice sounding chord. And I make the same fingering. I have my second finger on the 10th fret, the 6th string. I have my third finger, same fret, the 10th fret, on the 4 first strings. And then I have my 4th finger here on the 2nd string, the 11th fret. I just put it basically over the first 2 strings, but I should not hit this note. It would sound really odd. So this has to be the top note. So maybe I do like this actually, but you should not hit this note. Okay, we have C minor 7, D minor 7 sharp 5, and then we have an E flat major 7. And the way I play that is I have my first finger here in the 11th fret, the 6th string, down on the same fret, the 2nd string. I have my second finger. I have in the 12th fret, the 4th string, I have my third finger. Down on the 3rd string, same fret, I have my 4th finger. Here I mute the A string through the first finger here. It's just if you play chords with a pick, you have to mute this string. Okay, we have and now we have an E diminished. And here I have my first finger over the 2nd, 3rd and the 4th string. I put it as a bar over the and I have my second finger up here on the 6th string, and I have my third finger down on the 3rd string, 12th fret. So you have to have this over the 3, the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd string. You have to have your first finger over. Okay, so we have and the last chord of these ascending chords is a it must be an F11. Also really cool chord, and you have your first finger down here in the 2nd string, the 11th fret, and on the 12th fret, the 3rd string, 2nd finger, on the 6th or the 13th fret, the 6th string, 3rd finger, same fret down on the 4th string, the 4th finger. You mute the A string with the 3rd, so you can play, if you play down here so you don't hear stupid sounds. So we have take a, it's actually the root is here, it's an F7 sharp 5. Play it like this. I have my first finger here and the 13th fret, the 4th string. The 14th fret, 3rd string, I have my 2nd finger. Same fret down on the 2nd string, I have my 3rd finger. And I move down and I take a B flat 7. Probably familiar with this voicing, or I have my first finger here on the 2nd string, 11th fret. Second finger here on the 12th fret, the 4th string. 3rd finger on the 13th fret, the 5th string. And same fret down on the 3rd string, I have my 4th finger. So we have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that was the counting part. After this one, this is the one beat, I think. It comes 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we start the blues again there. Okay, we move down here, this descending lines here at the end. We start with an A7, and you play the 4th string, the 2nd, and the 1st string. And you move down here with the 1st finger down to the 5th fret over the 4 first strings. You had the 4th finger here on the 6th fret, the 1st string. Move down the 1st finger half a step. And move down half a step, and you pick the 1st, the 2nd, and the 1st string. And you make this slide from the 6th to the 7th fret, up to the 6th fret, the 2nd string. Move down to the root here, to the F, the 8th fret. So we have first one is a F7 sharp 5. I have my first finger over the first 5 strings, and I have my 2nd finger here in the 6th fret, and the 7th fret on the 4th string. I have my 2nd finger, and you just have to hit the 4 middle strings from the 5th and down to the 2nd string. The other strings, you should not take them. You sound really, really bad if you take the 1st string, so just the 4 middle strings. No, I actually, for this lick, I just I picked the 5th and the 4th and the 3rd string. So I get this augmented sound, and I end the chords with this beautiful my second finger here in the 6th fret, the 6th string. I have my second finger down on the 4th string, and I have my first finger down on the 3rd string, the 5th fret. Okay, I'll try to play all this very slowly. Okay, let's take a close look at the third example. We are in the key of E, and we start on the 7th fret of the blues. So we have E9. You can play it as you like, but the E9 is, you have your 3rd finger here in the 7th fret over the first 3 strings, 1st finger here on the 6th fret, the 4th string, and the 7th fret again. You have the 2nd finger here on the 5th fret. So I make this. And now we come to the 9th fret. And I play triplets here, and we're up. It's a B9. The way I play that one is I have my first finger here on the. I have my first finger on the 5th string, the 6th fret. Same fret down on the 3rd string. I have my 2nd finger. I have my 3rd finger here on the 4th string, the 4th string, the 7th fret. 7th fret down on the 2nd string. I have my 4th finger, and I put my 4th finger over the 2nd and the 1st string. Then I add my thumb up here. It sounds really great sometimes to take a 9 like this. Is a bit difficult. It's challenging. You don't have to take all the chords. You could do like this or like this, but it's challenging and it's fun. And he moves down half a step, and I don't use my thumb here. It gets too up here. I can do, but when I move down, it gets too difficult to. When you get down to this A9, then you make a break. So until now we have. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. So you have the break. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just to give you a feeling how it works, how you can count. So we have. Then I pause there, or there's a break. So, and you can count like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the next ascending chords starts on a 2 beat, on the 2nd beat. G sharp here, E with a G sharp in the bass, so it's fully chord. And the way I play that is I have my first finger here on the 4th fret, the 2nd string. No, the 2nd fret, the 4th string, and I have my 2nd finger up here on the 4th, bar, the 6th string. I have my 3rd finger down here, same fret, down on the 3rd string, and I have my 4th finger on the 5th fret, the 2nd string, and I mute the A through the 2nd finger here. Really nice sounding chord because it has a D. It's in the same time it's an E, but it also has this D, G sharp in the bass. And the way I play the finger play is I hit the thumb, the 6th string with my thumb, and the 2nd string with my 3rd finger. Move down here with the 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and the next string with my 1st finger. And the next chord will be A major 7. Same fingering. The 1st finger here in the 6th fret. 2nd finger also here on the 5th fret, the 2nd string. Up on the 6th fret, the 4th string, I have my 3rd finger. Down on the 3rd string, I have my 4th finger. And you mute the A again. This is important if you play chords. You should not hit the... Yeah, you can do that on this one. So we have... same fingering. And the next one is a B flat diminished. And the way I play that is I have my 1st finger over the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th string. I have my 2nd finger on the 6th fret, the 6th string, and down on the 3rd string, same fret, I have my 3rd finger. And here, same fingering. And I end up here with a B11, it's called. And I have my 1st finger down here in the 2nd string, the 5th fret, 6th fret, the 3rd string, 2nd finger, 3rd finger up in the 7th fret, the 6th string, 4th finger down, same fret down on the 4th string. And again I mute the 5th string with my 3rd finger. So we had from here. And here I come from, I start on F9, I think you know, but it's the 3rd finger here over the 3 first strings in the 8th fret, 1st finger up here in the 7th fret, the 4th string, and 2nd finger here in the 8th fret, the 5th string. And I kind of slide up to an F from the E. I pick the 5th, the 3rd and the 2nd string, and then I end making this movement as an end, and the end chord again. You take an E9 and you add the 13th up here. Then I add this straight sounding. It's an E7 sharp 11. You can just skip it if you think it sounds too crazy, but it sounds quite hip, I think, to have this strange sounding out chord at the end of these other beautiful chord connections. So, and the way I play that is I have my first finger over all strings in the 11th fret. I have my third finger up on the 12th fret, the 6th string, and I have my fourth finger down here in the 12th fret on the 4th string. And I play like this. Actually, I take the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string. All strings but the last one. All strings but not on the 1st string. And I try to make a small vibration with the guitar so the sound vibrates a little bit. Okay, let me try to play all this from the start, very slowly. I try again. I get confused because I went through the three examples. Now I start again on the E, 7th bar of the blues.